the height is perpendicular to the base. Therefore, this is a right triangle, and we can find the radius, the length of OA, by the help of the Pythagorean theorem. So r squared is 13 squared minus 12 squared, which is 169 minus 144. This is 25. R equals 5 centimeters. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to complete our three-part series on basic solids. Without further ado, let's jump into the game. What is the lateral area of a cylinder with diameter 4 and height 5 centimeters? Did you find B, 20 pi? 20 pi is correct. Let's calculate it real quick. So let's draw a basic cylinder. Let's assume it's a straight vertical cylinder. Okay. The radius is 2 because the diameter is 4 and the height is 5. So the lateral area is P times H, where P is the perimeter of the base, so that will be 2 pi r, and we multiply by the height. 2 pi, 2 times 5, 4 times 5, 20 pi centimeters squared, and that's the answer. What is the total surface area of a cone with diameter 8 and slant height 5? Did you find 36 pi? This is a cone. The diameter is 8, so the radius is 4. And the slant height is 5. So the total area is the lateral area plus the base area. The lateral area we calculated with the formula pi r L. Let's denote this slant height with L. So this would be pi times 4 times 5 is 20 pi. And the area of the base, obviously, pi r squared, 16 pi. So the total area it would be 16 pi plus 20 pi, 36 pi centimeters squared. And that's the answer. What is the surface area of a sphere with diameter 6? Did you find A, 36 pi? 36 pi is correct. Now, this sphere has total surface area equals to 4 times the area of a big circle, and the big circle is the circle that we get if we make a straight horizontal cut through the center of the sphere. Okay, so if you think about the Earth as a sphere, if we cut through the equator, this is the big circle of the sphere, the one that has the length, the equator in our analogy. So the radius is 6, the diameter is 6, so the radius is 3. The area of the circle is pi r squared 9 pi, and therefore the total surface area is 4 times 9 pi, 36 pi centimeters squared, and that's the answer. What is the volume of a cone with slant height 13 and height 12? Did you find B, 100 pi? That is correct. This is the height of the cone. This is 12 and the slant height is 13. Now if you take a look at this triangle OAC, the height is perpendicular to the base. Therefore this is a right triangle and we can find the radius, the length of OA, by the help of the Pythagorean theorem. So r squared is 13 squared minus 12 squared, which is 169 minus 144. This is 25. R equals 5 centimeters. And therefore, we are looking for the volume. The volume is the area of the base times the height divided by 3. So the area of the base would be pi r squared. 5 squared is 25 pi times the height 12 over 3. Reduce 12 with 3, we get 4. 4 times 25 is 100 pi centimeters cubed, and that's the answer. If the radius of the sphere is increased twice, how many times will the surface area increase? Obviously the answer is C, 4. Because as we saw in the previous problem, the surface area is 4 times pi times r squared. So if r increases twice, r squared will be 4 times, will be 4 times the old radius. All right, so the surface area will increase 4 times as well. What is the volume of a cylinder with height 5 and lateral area 30 pi? Did you get D, 45 pi? That is correct. The lateral area of the cylinder is 30 pi, and we know that this is 2 pi RH, and H is 5. So 30 pi, 2 pi r times 5, r equals 30 pi over 10 pi, 3 centimeters, and therefore the area of the base will be 9 pi centimeters squared, and the volume will be 9 pi times 5, 45 pi centimeters cubed, and that's the answer. A cone has a height 24, slant height 26 and volume 800 pi. What is the lateral area of the cone? Did you find D, 260? 260 is correct. This is 24, 26 r. Again, we calculate r with the help of the Pythagorean theorem. And then the lateral area is pi RL. (260 pi centimeters squared), and that's the answer. A rectangle with a smaller side of 4 is rotated around its larger side. If the total area of the solid obtained after the rotation is 80 pi, what is the volume of the solid in cubic centimeters? Did you find C, 96? The smaller side is 4 and we rotate it around its larger side. And we get a cylinder, okay? R equals 4. And we know that the total area is 80 pi. The total area is the lateral area plus 2 times the area of the base, because the cylinder has 2 bases. And the area of the base will be 16 pi, pi r squared. So the total area is 80 pi, and that equals the lateral area plus 32 pi. So the lateral area is 80 minus 32, which is 48 pi, and this equals to 2 pi times r, 4, times h, right? So h equals 48 pi over 8 pi, 6 centimeters, and then the volume, the area of the base times the height, which is 16 pi times 6, 96 pi centimeters cubed, and that's the answer. What is the weight of a sphere if its diameter is 20 and the density of the material the sphere is made of is 2.4 grams per cubic centimeter in kilograms? Did you get B, 3.2? 3.2 is correct. The radius of the sphere is 10 centimeters. Therefore, the volume of the sphere, we calculate it with the formula 4 over 3 pi r cubed, which is 4 over 3 pi times 10 to the power of 3, which is 1000 times 4, 4000 pi over 3 centimeters cubed. You know from previous lessons, the mass equals the density times the volume, so 2.4 times 4000 over 3 pi, reduce, you get 0.8 times 4000, which is 3200 pi centimeters cubed. Sorry, not centimeters cubed, grams, because we are looking for the weight, grams. So we have to divide by 1000 to make it into kilograms. So switch the decimal comma 3 places to the left. This is 3.2 pi kilograms, and that is the answer. A cylindrical coffee box has a diameter of 10 and a height 13. How many square meters of material are needed to produce 1000 boxes, given the top lid uses a different material? Did you find A, 15.5 pi? That is correct. The material that goes into producing the box equals the total area, but because it says that the top lid uses a different material, we calculate only one of the bases, the lower base or the bottom lid of the cylindrical box. Therefore, the total area in our case will be the lateral area plus one of the base areas. We have radius equals 5, h equals 13, the height. So The area of the base is 25 pi square centimeters. The lateral area 2 pi RH, which is 2 pi times 5 times 13. This is 130 pi centimeters squared, and therefore the total area 130 plus 25, which is 155 pi centimeters squared. Now, in order to make 1000 boxes, we have 1080, which is 155000 pi centimeters squared, and in order to convert that into meters squared, we divide by 100 to the power of 2, which is 10,000. So we have to switch the comma 4 places to the left. 15.5 pi meters squared. And that's the answer. A water well has a diameter of 140 centimeters and depth of 6 meters. How many liters of water are in the well if a third of it is empty? Did you find C, 1960 pi? That is correct. Because the question is how many liters of water, 1 liter, as you know, is equivalent to 1 cubic decimeter. So let's convert everything into decimeters. So the diameter is 14 decimeters. That means the radius is 7 decimeters. And the depth or the height of this well, depends how you look at it, is 60 decimeters. So we just calculate the volume, V equals pi r squared h, which is 49 pi times 60, which is 2940 pi. But because it says that 1/3 of it is empty, this means that the volume of the water itself will be 2/3 of V. So 2/3 times 2940 pi. We divide here this by 2. We get by 3. We get 29 divided by 3 is 9, remainder 2. 24 divided by 3 is 8 and 0. So 2 times 980, 1960 pi liters. And that's the answer. A cylindrical iron pipe 3 meters long has an outer diameter 16 and an inner diameter 12. What is the weight of the pipe if its density is 7.3 grams per cubic centimeters in kilograms? Did you find B, 61.32 pi? That is correct. Now, because it says 7.3 grams per cubic centimeters, let's make everything into centimeters. So this length of 3 meters is the same as the height, because if I rotate the pipe, I'll get a height of 3 meters. So H equals 3 meters, that is 300 centimeters. And now let's look at the base of the pipe. So the base looks something like this. It is comprised of 2 concentrical circles, because the pipe needs to have an empty space in the middle so that the water can flow freely through it. And therefore the material is just this region around this empty hole that the pipe has. So the outer diameter is 16. This means this outer radius here is 8, and this inner radius here is 6, because the inner diameter is 12, and therefore the area of the base is simply the difference between the area of the outer circle minus the area of the inner circle. So 64 pi minus 36 pi, this is 28 pi centimeters squared. And now we calculate the volume in centimeters. V equals 300 times 28 pi 0, 0, 3 times 8, 24, 42, 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2, 8, so 8,400 pi centimeters cubed. And now the mass will be rho times V, 7.3 times 8400 pi, which is, I can multiply by 10, so 73 times 840 pi, and I just calculate this separately. 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 8 is 24 plus 1, 25, 7 times 4, 28, 7 times 8, 56 plus 2, 58, 2, 3, 1, 6. So I get M equals 61320 pi grams, and if I want to convert it to kilograms, divide by 1000, 1, 2, 3 places after the decimal point to the left, so M equals 61.32 pi kg, and that's the answer. A cylindrical boiler with diameter 32 has a capacity of 80 liters of water. What is the weight of the boiler in meters? Calculate the approximate answer using pi as 3.14. Did you find B? 1. The cylindrical boiler has diameter 32. That means that the radius is 16 centimeters, but because the volume is in liters, let's convert everything into decimeters, because 80 liters is 80 decimeters cubed. So the radius is 16 centimeters, 1.6 decimeters. The volume is 80 liters or 80 decimeters cubed, and we're looking for the height. What is the height? So volume equals pi r square h, so h equals the volume over pi r squared. So this is 80 over 3.14 times 1.6 to the power of 2, which is 2.56. And now we need to calculate. So 3.14 times 2.56. 6 times 4 is 24, 4, 2, 8, 18, 5 times 4 is 20, 0 to 7, 15, 8, 2, 6, 4, 8, 16 plus 7 is 23, 3, 2, 3 plus 5 is 8 plus 2, 10, 0, 1, 7, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 digits after the decimal comma, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 8.0384 decimeters, which is approximately 8 decimeters. So the volume is 80 over 8, not the volume, the height is 80 over 8, which is 10 decimeters, which is 1 meter, and that's the answer. A cylindrical copper piece 2.5 meters long and 2.5 centimeters in diameter is melted into a wire with 2.5 millimeter diameter. What is the wire's length in meters? Did you find D, 250? 250 is correct. This one is very simple if you know that when we melt the copper piece, its volume doesn't change. The volume, which remains the same, equals the area of the base times the height, but because we are reducing the radius 10 times and the area of the base is pi r squared, the area of the base will be reduced 100 times, and therefore in order to preserve the same volume, the height needs to increase 100 times. So the area of the base is reduced 100 times, and therefore the length or the height increases 100 times, and therefore h1 equals 2.5 times 100, which is 250 meters, and that's the answer. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.